Native people, Native culture, Native knowledge. Hi, I'm Jeanie Greene, bringing you award-winning Heartbeat Alaska.
Bringing you national and international Native news, this is award-winning Heartbeat Alaska, the premier Native voice in Native programming.
There's a heartbeat, louder than thunder, revolution is in the air. There's a heartbeat deep inside our mother. Are you too cool
to count? With Heartbeat Alaska, here's Jeanie Greene.
Hello, welcome to Heartbeat Alaska Native News and Native Entertainment. I'm Jeanie Greene. Thank you so much for joining us. Well, this weekend, Spirit Days 1998 was held here in Anchorage, Alaska. And during that celebration, I interviewed Inupiaq actress Irene Bedard, a beautiful woman inside and out. She was the voice of Pocahontas, Walt Disney's recent animated movie, and also starring in many others, and she'll tell us about that later. Also, Jane Lind, another beautiful Aleut actress and playwright, brings us Journey Beyond the Legends, the beginning, thanks to Chugach Alaska Corporation. They opened the Heritage Center in Seward, Alaska, and we have that open for you today. John Active is here with Native news across the country. Don't go away, we'll be right back.
Happy Spirit Days!
Heartbeat Alaska is brought to you in part by the Aurora, Alaska Premium Smoked Salmon and Seafoods Company, an Alaska Native-owned company, proud to sponsor Heartbeat Alaska.
And by Ute Air Alaska, official airlines of Heartbeat Alaska. Ute Air Alaska, taking you home.
By Northwest Arctic Burrow, another sponsor of Heartbeat Alaska, and by
Alaska Fiber Star, a proud sponsor of Heartbeat Alaska.
It's my home, Alaska. Alaska's where I call my home.
Thank you, Jeanie. Welcome to Native News across the country. I have some news that you might be glad to hear. From this newscast forward, the second half of it will include Alaska Native news from across the state. And now for Native news from across the country. From Stillwater, Minnesota. For using their organizing and music talents to educate and activate at the grassroots level in the Honor the Earth campaign, which brought attention to environmental issues, Native American activist Winona LaDuke and the folk rock singing duo, the Indigo Girls, have been named recipients of the 1998 Women's Action for New Direction Leadership Award. And from Topeka, Kansas, a routine traffic stop by a deputy sheriff has become a means for the Kansas Supreme Court to decide whether the state must recognize license plates issued by Indian nations. The license plate question is among 28 cases that the state's highest court will consider in the coming week. Decisions are expected by today. From Marty, South Dakota, a Catholic church that ran a boarding school for nearly 30 years is asking for forgiveness from American Indians for harsh disciplinary practices by former administrators. The public apology came during a Good Friday service at St. Paul's Catholic Church last month. St. Paul's operated the school from 1948 to 1975. Former administrators and others have been accused of beating and humiliating students through physical, verbal, emotional, and sexual abuse. And from Nashville, Tennessee, workers digging at a site for a proposed Walmart and Lowe's hardware store have stumbled across more Native American graves. Opponents want the developers to stop. The 100 graves are said to be 800 years old and are expected to be excavated at the site. I'll be back with some Alaska news from across our state right after these messages.
Alaska with your news. Heartbeat Alaska, 5861 Arctic Boulevard, Unit B, Anchorage, Alaska, 99518. That's Heartbeat Alaska, 5861 Arctic Boulevard, Unit B, Anchorage, Alaska, 99518. Or give us a call at 1-907-563-7440 or fax us at 1-907-563-9309. Heartbeat Alaska, your news is our news.
A Bethel resident last week discovered the skeleton of a possible murder victim at the Bureau of Indian Affairs sand pit west of town. The resident reported the find to Bethel police Friday evening that while on a walk, they made the grisly discovery of a partially exposed human skull in a steel 55-gallon drum. Police investigation revealed that the remains were that of an adult and that the skull showed possible evidence of trauma. Police this week refused further details of the find and said that the body had been sent to Anchorage for autopsy. In other Alaska news, a group looking into the feasibility of forming tribal colleges in Alaska adopted a set of bylaws and elected officers during its quarterly meeting April 30th at the University of Alaska Anchorage. The Consortium for Alaska Native Higher Education is founded by Lisarvik College of Barrow, Kawarak Incorporated of Nome, Tanana Chiefs Conference Incorporated of Fairbanks, the Association of Village Council Presidents of Bethel, and the Alaska Heritage Foundation of Juneau. The consortium is looking into the feasibility of tribal colleges in rural Alaska, especially as rural colleges in the University of Alaska system lose funding due to legislative budget cuts. And reported cases of paralytic shellfish poisoning, hepatitis C, and rabid animals in the state increased in 1997, according to the annual infectious disease report released recently by the State Division of Public Health. Most dramatic was the increase in reported cases of hepatitis C from 246 to 563. But state epidemiologist Keith Beth Funk said the numbers don't necessarily indicate an increase in the disease because the state just started collecting the data on it in 1996. Thank you for watching Native News across the country and across from the state of Alaska. I'm John Active.
We're off now to Seward, Alaska for the opening of their beautiful Heritage Center and the opening of a wonderful play by Jane Land.
Today was our opening, and the weather was quite apropos for it. We had fog, we had snow, and we had everything. We had a beautiful, beautiful experience with the people.
On May 9th, 1998, Seward was the scene of a grand celebration, the opening of the Chugach Heritage Center.
I'm proud that we have a place now where we'll be proud to show our heritage and teach other people, besides just our own culture, how beautiful this place is and the people that lived here 4,000 or 5,000 years ago.
The Chugach Heritage Center is the realization of a dream, a place to present the history of our people. It is housed in the historic Seward Railroad Depot built in 1917. During its 6-month renovation, this ordinary building was transformed into a remarkable facility, including a gift shop and exhibit area for native crafts and artifacts. It is home to a 40-seat theater where legends of the Chugach people come to life during performances held throughout the summer.
Which are the babies, have to know where we come from. Our past, which is our elders, we have to connect those two roads. And this is the beginning journey for us to do so. And I would like to say thank you again for the Chugach. Thank you from the bottom of my heart.
Very excited to watch the premier showing this morning, and felt for the first time our region is doing something that's culturally relative. So it's more than money. I think most of our people take some pride in sharing with you who we are and where we come from. I want to thank all of you for being here, and thank the mayor for joining us today, and thank the community of Seward for allowing us to do this. Thank you very much.
All across our region, people are taking great pride in who they are and what they are, and we're trying. This will be a center now where our children can have a place to learn who they are, and the people in Alaska can really enjoy some of the early history of the Chugach people who have occupied these areas for 5,000 to 6,000 years. I'm proud to work with everybody here who's put so much time and energy, and this is just the beginning.
But I've always wanted to have it where my tradition back here, which is Aleut, I wanted to, they keep on saying it's not there, but with the stories we have and the dances that are emerging, it's just sleeping. We have to poke it and wake it up. And today is our first awakening of this incredible group of peoples that we are going to introduce ourselves to the world with the help of Chugach Corporation and Mr. Brown's incredible gamble on us. He gambled, because usually corporations are very interested, quote, in money, not in spirit. So it was incredible for me to find this man who was gambling on art and spirit. So he's very unusual for this time and place. You know, I wish we had a lot more Mr. Browns. And I have a great group of actors. Most of them have not been professionally trained, so when I had this very short time to train them, I had 3 months to write a play and put the technical aspects together as well as the set.
If you have never seen anything like this before, which I can't imagine anyone ever seeing something like this, what we are doing here, it's beautiful. It's touching. It's life.
If I was to narrow down which part gives me the most enjoyment, it would have to be the first Chugach woman, because the growth that you have to do, the coming from the earth, is just, it's really, it's something you have to, it's physical, and I started as a dancer, and so it's something I really enjoy doing.
Not looking on, not looking on, oh, not looking on, I can hear you, but I cannot see you. Ah! Oh! Come. Crawl on my back. Hold on tight. Don't let go. I'm going to die with you.
can see. I can see. I can really see. I can play. I can hunt. I can see. You gave me a wonderful gift. Wait, I must give you something in return.
Off the top of the head is just the heartfelt messages that were being delivered in reflection of the legends and so forth, and I think bringing that into contemporary life today, that I think really brought the message home.
Very, very impressive show with the lighting and the sound and all that complete. I wonder how those people get the energy that they get to put on that performance. It's pretty dazzling.
I would like the younger people to turn off their televisions for a while, turn off their headsets for a while, and the babies to actually begin talking to our elders, because we need our history. And if someone is there, that they should record it. They should tape it, and as well do little plays about it, because this is how we used to keep the winter doldrums away before we had television. We told stories with our lamps and everything, and we need that again.
From Seward, we travel to Anchorage, Alaska for Spirit Days 1998.
No, we come rain or shine, it doesn't matter.
How is Spirit Days, for those that aren't familiar with it, how does it come about?
A lot of hard work and effort of the millions of volunteer people, and it's honestly the only way that we make this thing happen. Is we've got great people in this community who want to work, who work on it all year long just to make sure that we can have the event come off.
What is the purpose of it?
Well, originally we started Spirit Days as a way for our Native community to get together and to have an opportunity for us to teach our kids, to pass on songs, dances, tradition, and it's really sort of grown. This is our 15th year, so we've been around a while, and it's actually turned into much more of a community event. We have lots of people, our volunteers and people who participate are from all over the state, Native, non-Native, everyone is part of the family.
Here's the cook. This is the cook right here. This is we're all volunteers. Okay. We're going 3 chefs here. I do all the cutting and cleaning and have a great time out here. I don't mind doing this.
Dan who?
DeLee.
From where?
I'm really not an Alaska Native. My wife is, and my children are. And my wife is from Tyonek.
I've seen you before at Spirit Days.
Yes, I've been here 6 years.
My name is Antonando from Bethel, and I'm also the traditional chief for Old Jagamet Native Council in Bethel. Old Jagamet Native Council.
Originally from Bethel, but we live here in Anchorage.
And what's your name?
Roberta Tom.
And who's this?
This is my little girl, Brittany Rose.
Brittany Rose.
Yeah, Brittany Rose Tom. And we were here yesterday, and we made it today, and we said that there's nothing better than to be in here and watch all this happening and enjoy the good food and the salmon and the asalax.
It's a healthy way of living, and it's good for the people because of who we are. It's a good way of sharing, and especially the youth, and
it's a time for when we need to be together because of the way we are as a people. And to all my relations back home and those that are watching, aho, and goodness sheesh. Oh, thank you, Jeanie.
Did you make these or did someone else?
I made these necklaces and earrings and this. And these Alaska maps.
And it hangs like that, Emily? Wow. I just got here a little while ago. How much is this?
40.
Okay.
Special guest at Spirit Days 1998 was actress Inupiaq Irene Bedard. She was the voice of Pocahontas in Walt Disney's recent movie. She's also done many other movies and has much in the future.
Well, this year coming, what has come out is Two for Texas with Chris Christopherson and Scott Bairstow, which was on TNT, and Pocahontas 2: Journey to a New World is coming out in August. But what I'm really looking forward to this summer, especially for the Native community, well, in general, the universal community, is this film called Smoke Signals, which won the Audience Award and the Filmmakers Award at the Sundance Institute. And Robert Redford himself said that, since he started the Institute, this is what he's been waiting for. And Smoke Signals is just really something that I think makes a difference to every community, every human who I know has seen it, it's touched them. And to have a movie that has healing effects and also a movie that is about, Native people and have humor and strength and poetry and beauty and all the things that we have in ourselves. But for me, what was really fun about it was the humor, because we're funny. We laugh, we're really funny.
Well, Irene, you're an inspiration, and it's so nice to have you here, and I've been waiting a long time to get you on Heartbeat Alaska, and my viewers are going to enjoy this.
Well, thank you.
Now, everybody on Heartbeat always says something, and it's a little hokey, but we like to do it. We say hi to our relatives, so I want you to do the same thing.
So we say hi
to your relatives wherever they are.
Oh, hello, everybody. Hi, all of you people up in Koyuk. Hi, Mom. Everybody here in Anchorage. Hi.
You own this business?
Yes, we do.
What's the name of it?
The Ice Cream Man.
The Ice Cream Man. Oh, is this your first Spirit Days?
Yes.
It is? What do you think of this rain? Has it hurt anything?
No, not really.
No, not really. The spirit's still good.
Yeah, it's real Hi, Mom.
What's your names?
I'm Claudia. I'm Dada.
From where?
Seward, Alaska.
Selawik?
It's a great opportunity to visit with friends and family from around the state.
Hi, everybody at Wales. It's good to be talking to you from here. King magmana ito at nalon nako. Asing kanyaktunin nalon na ito.
Thank you for joining us for Heartbeat Alaska Native News and Native Entertainment. I'm Jeanie Greene. So glad to have you with us. Remember, all it takes is a phone call, 907-563-7440. Let us know what's happening in your tribe, your reservation, your community, and we'll do our best to get it on the air. God bless you. Have a safe and wonderful week. And I'll see you again next week. For a copy of today's program, send $25, check, or money order to Heartbeat Alaska, 5861 Arctic Boulevard, Unit B, Anchorage, Alaska, 99518. Give us a call, 907-563-7440.